Hey, good morning. Little inspiring music to kick things off today. Got a question for you. Are you going to get caught striking out looking? Here's the reality. In baseball, there's this saying called strike out looking. That's when the batter sees the ball go across the plate after two strikes and does not swing and is struck out, standing there looking at it. Basically, the opportunity flies right past the batter. So are we standing at the plate right now? Well, we might be, or we might be getting ready to take the plate. So why am I talking about this? It's time to really consider how you take action, okay? Time to really consider that. So what do I mean by that? What do I mean by consider taking action right now? Because the reality is, yesterday, the president made an announcement. The president made a big announcement yesterday. Announced a three-phase approach to reopen the economy and working with the governors to do so. It's going state by state, some immediately, some not. Now, that being said, let's not talk politics here, okay? Let's talk about reality. It doesn't matter how your governors feel about this or not. The reality is we are eventually going to be opening the economy, okay? You know that. So let's think about this a few different ways. First of all, your state may be one of the first up or maybe one of the last up. But if you don't have a plan to swing the bat, you may get struck out looking. You may just see this fly across and go, oh, geez, I wish I had thought about this earlier. I wish I had done something earlier in my business, because that's what I'm talking to right now, business people, okay? We're a business in many countries at RE/MAX. And all these different countries are engaged in something parallel to this. Everybody wants to bring their economy back. Everybody wants to get their citizens back to cycling in normal society. This is an important point because us in the real estate and mortgage space are part of this. The home buying, selling process is part of this. It's a big part of the community. So some of the things are the same in these different countries. Some are different. Same thing state by state. It's going to be a little bit different regionally, maybe even in different cities. Different cities are going to be looking at this differently. But the reality is everyone is about to take some sort of action to open. I talked about this yesterday, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready to take action? And this does not mean go do business the way that you used to. Think about that. It does not mean go do business the way that you used to. So let's talk about this. First of all, there are three fundamental human and social reasons that this is happening. Okay, that this is happening the way that it is. First of all, safety, obviously, safety. Nobody wants this thing to get any worse. We have to move the ball forward, though. We have to move forward in order to progress in society. The second thing, community and kindness. Communities need to get back together. Everybody's really doing a good job of kind of virtually helping and dropping things off and stuff like that and supporting each other. That's really important. And the third one is obviously economic rebound. We have to get the economy back into play. So what do? Okay, yesterday, again, I talked about some possibilities of, make sure that you're being part of your community virtually. You understand the different tools available to do things like that. So we have to start having a plan in place. We have to have a strategy in place. For some states, this is going to be really quick. For others, it's going to be a little bit down the road. And dates have been given for a lot of this. But I can't stress that enough for you business people in your business. Even if you're not a business owner, business leader, you are part of a business that should be thinking about this. So let's review real quick. The Wall Street Journal just put out an article, just briefly talks about these three phases because everybody's trying to figure out, what do these three phases mean to me? What do these three phases mean to me? So first phase, restaurants, sports venues, gyms, cinemas, places of worship, and other venues could open with strict social distancing guidelines in place. Vulnerable people remain at home during this phase. Some could return to work in phases, although telecommuting is strongly encouraged. So basically, a careful reintegration into society based upon what we've been doing, how we've been doing it, but you just get together a little bit more. Your businesses can reopen, but very, very, very carefully. And then the second phase, bars could open with some restrictions, and non-essential travel could resume. This is really important for the travel industry, obviously the hospitality industry. Really important because that is, call it 3/4 of the employment that's been lost is in the travel and hospitality industry. So that's a super important part of our economy, of society. And I'm sure a lot of you want to go out and have something to eat outside of your house as well. So then the third phase, no restrictions on workplaces, and vulnerable people could resume social interactions, but should seek to follow social distancing. Reality, we go back to, remember before we closed anything down, we go back to there where you're like, look, maintain your distance, don't touch your face, be healthy, wash your hands a lot. We're probably going to be wearing masks here and there, or a lot of places potentially. But the reality is the government's trying to figure out a way, working with the states, or the states are saying, hey, we want to take care of it, leave us alone. Here's how we're going to do it. But everybody's moving in the same direction. Here's the reality. If this thing starts going back up, everything's going to shut down again. So we all have to be very careful. So there are also other significant variables in this. First, ramping up testing. So the numbers of confirmed cases quite likely could continue to rise, okay? But knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. As soon as you start to see where these things are, you can figure out other aspects such as, antibody testing, such as vaccinations, whatever it is. There's a lot in the works right now. There are a lot of things in the works to try and get things moving again. So let's use the data instead of being scared by it. If you're a reporter, I'd like to ask this of you. Okay? I'd like to ask this of you. Please, no fear-mongering. No fear-mongering. Let's not fear-monger. Okay? Let's be calm and collected here and do what we need to do the way that we need to do it. Make a little adjustment on my computer right here. So let's make sure we keep track of each other this way and help each other without fear-mongering. No fear-mongering. There we go. All right. We're just working on technology here. All right. So let's see. I mentioned the states are in charge of this. There are actually some different states that have formed coalitions. Fantastic. Knowledge is power. Group knowledge is group power. Let's figure it out together. We have the Midwestern States Coalition. Spelled that wrong. It's all right. It's early. Eastern states, like New York, New Jersey, all those states together. Some others on the West Coast, some groups have gotten together. So let's work together and figure this out. And what we're also seeing is this, some of the infection is clustered. So those different states have been working together to begin with to try and service those things. Smart move. Let's figure it out. We're likely to see some reopening in different clusters like that, or we may see it just independently, regionally, because like Colorado, for instance, we're in the middle of a bunch, but it doesn't necessarily look like we're part of different coalitions because we're kind of centered in some things. And we have a different, different layout than everybody else. We have different groups of cities or whatever that have different clusters of the virus. So let's talk about real estate now, where all my friends are here. A lot of my friends. What are you ready for? Because you're probably in phase one. I talked yesterday. I wish I had, or I'm glad I did. What have you done to get ready for this? So are you ready for virtual businesses, to run virtual business? Curbside meetings with people, community involvement to help them understand that, hey, real estate's back open. Why am I out here? Because real estate's back open. I'm part of the community and I'm helping this way. I'm going to also work with the community to help other businesses reopen and understand how to market their businesses, because some people are completely shut down. You're not. You understand how to do this. You've been doing videos and creating community engagement, things like that. Help them. Help them. What's your communications plan? Again, every community is different. You might be in a high-rise environment or you might be in a suburban area, okay? Either way, do you have a communication plan? Time to make one. And lots of people will be making plans, specific plans. They involve the following at a minimum, okay? First of all, obviously safety measures. Serves two purposes. First, safety, obviously. Second is confidence. confidence to move ahead. Safety creates confidence. It does. It creates the ability to say, okay, now I feel like I've checked that box. I can move forward. Knowledge, sharing what's going on. Let's talk about our communities. Let's talk about what's going on. Through video, value-based instruction, downloads and insight, which is good content. Start accumulating some stuff. Talk about these 3 phases. What does that look like to real estate? What does that look like to the independent entrepreneur, the solopreneur, or even the small business owner? Everybody wants to know. Give them your take on this. Educate yourself and spread that knowledge. Do it smartly. Don't do it politically, okay? Be kind, be caring, safety first, and please just be out there and help people, okay? And then downloads and insight, I mentioned that. Social media, incredibly important. If you're not there now, you need to be there today, because that's where people are going to be turning to. People are going to be logging in and go, what is a 3-phase approach? How does it affect me? How does it affect my city, my state, my business, my kids, my community? Is spring soccer going to start up again, or whatever it might be? How's baseball season going to look? Who knows? Talk about those things. Do a little research. The information's there. The information's there. Go find it. Talk about what you want to talk about and share it with the community. Be help. Be help. Don't be fear. Be help. Okay? And don't spam people. Speak. No sales speak at all. Help speak. Okay? How do we talk to people when we need to help? Basically, take action. Be present, be moving, be doing. This is an important time for all of us. I think we have to realize that, and we have to do the right thing during that important time. And if we don't do the right thing, it's going to be a struggle for everybody. But we have to get out there in front of everybody. We have to know what's going on. So where do you start? Start simple. Okay, just start simple. What do you want to accomplish? Write it down. I want to help my community reopen. I need to get my business restarted. I need to reach out to people. Then how? That's the what, then what, what's the how? 5 to 10 steps to work on each day. And do that. Okay? Then dig deeper as you explore a new way. You're not going to learn more unless you start learning now. So start learning. Learn what's going on in your community. Learn what's going on in your state. That announcement was yesterday. Everybody's trying to process this and figure it out. It's fascinating to read the localized resources on this now. Every place is different. In real estate, we don't say there's a real estate market. We say all the markets are real estate markets, their own. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. So know your area, know your market. So again, my question for you, will I say, I wish I had, or I'm glad I did? Because the front door is about to open, you're going to walk out and you're going to go, I'm back. And people are going to either go, thank you for helping me, or they're going to go, where'd you go? Please be the thank you for helping me. Okay? Please. That's what we're in this for, is helping people, helping communities move along, helping people with some of the essentials in life, food and shelter. You know, we bring kindness. We bring kindness. We bring love. We bring a place for them. Okay? So be well, be safe, be strong. And here's the big one. Here's the big one. Take action. Take action now. All right? Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. It's not a rest weekend. It's a learn and a do weekend. Why? Because phase 1 is going to be upon us real quick, if not already. Thanks for all you do. Love you guys. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.